Peaceful day, everybody. Blissful day, blissful day. My name is Zane Spirit. I'm so excited to be present with all of you. As you come in, say hey. We're going to talk about some amazing questions and points that may not have been answered previously about the energetic body contouring. And I know a lot of people have questions about EBC. What is EBC? How does it work? And I've answered that in previous videos. I may go into a little bit about that as people come in, but until then, I am just letting people know why they should not get this. Why they should not get this. I'm going to let a few people come in before we get started. I'm starting out, well, not just starting out, but I'm having a good salad. It's a fruit salad. It's one of those fruit salads that's actually fruit, but it reminds you of vegetables. I've been on that kick lately, so yeah, let's get talking. Everybody say hello as soon as you come in. I'd love to see you. I made some homemade guac. Y'all know I love to eat and talk. So we're going to share those two loves here today and answer some questions. So I'm going to go into a little bit about what is energetic body contouring. First of all, if y'all don't know what EBC is, it is a technique and method and service that I provide for others, but it's something that I started within myself. And Spirit basically taught me how to utilize techniques to shapeshift my body and to actually see what energy is stored inside the cells, whether that be fat cells, muscles, skin cells. I'm able to see what energy is there and why we hold it there. My EBC sessions, I have over 50 reviews and counting of people who have had amazing results with this service, as well as my own transformation. My body goals or my body vision may be very different from yours. So I welcome all different types of body visions, whether that be gaining weight, healthy weight, or losing weight and figuring out why you can't get rid of stubborn fat. Maybe you want to transfer some of your stomach fat to your booty cheeks. We got to get to the reason of why you have that fat and transmute it into something that actually serves you, so that whenever we do transfer it to your glutes, it's not harming you or harming your root or your stability, right? So it's a lot of different things that go into that. But my main thing here today is, why should you not get an EBC? Whenever my clients come in and they have an idea about what they want their body to shapeshift into, first of all, an idea is wonderful. I do not discourage having a vision for yourself. That is how we manifest. That's how we tell the cells what to do. Is we need a vision for ourselves. But even if you don't have a vision for what you want your body to look like, maybe you have a feeling that you want to obtain. Maybe you want to have more confidence in your body. Maybe you want to show up with more acceptance and love to your physical form or just yourself in general. Or maybe you just want to address what energy is stored in your body. Either way, the EBC works on multiple levels for all of these things. So people get EBCs for different reasons, right? My ideal client to work with is someone who is ready for change. If you are not ready for change, the EBC is not for you. My work can sometimes be aggressive in a sense of, it comes with purging. People break out in skin rashes sometimes for a short amount of time. Sometimes people have they use the bathroom, they urinate, they have a lot of bowel movements, they see differences in their cycles, their menstrual cycles, because they're purging energy out of their body. This is not always, it's non-invasive, as in you're not gaining trauma from having surgery, right? So there's that benefit. But people who are not ready to purge and actually address what we're dealing with, those are not my clients. And I am still, I would love to change people's mind about that, but I can't change your mind. If you're not ready for change, if you don't want to embody your happiest and healthiest self, I'm not the person for you. And I admit that, right? Like, I have a list of my ideal clients on my manifestation board, and the people that are not ready for change are not it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Take your time, do whatever works for you. I'm not ever shaming anybody who is not ready for change. Some people do not see the results that they're looking for because they are resistant to the change that is taking place in their body. So, for example, I'm not saying that this is to what happened with my client yesterday. I'm just using something that happened in my session yesterday. So, in my session yesterday, I had a client that had know-it-all energy. Like, they just knew everything and they wanted to share that. And sometimes they came off as condescending to other people because they wanted to be recognized as someone knowledgeable, right? That is a form of validation. We seek validation, right? And not saying that this is my client, but I'm just using this as an example. So it's like, if, say, that was in someone else, right? That they were dealing with condescending emotions, that they were not ready to face that. And they said, I've never been condescending, or I don't pretend, I've never in my life pretended to know it all, or that's not something I see in my bloodline or my family. Like, they're not even willing to reflect on this, right? If that is the case, you're creating tension and resistance in your body because you're not ready to address what is coming forth, right? So being open for change is necessary. You have to be willing to address the emotions, the shame that also comes with that. Maybe that person may have dealt with shame around making others feel bad for not knowing. And maybe they were once shamed for not knowing things before, which is why they inherited that attitude, right? So it just depends. Or say if you've got, you have guilt from bullying people as a child, and we pull it up, right? And we're like, hey, if you were a bully, and I'm feeling this energy from you, can you reflect on how that has affected your life? Maybe you were bullied from your parents, from your siblings, from even yourself. Where are you a bully to yourself? Do you feel guilt and shame around that? That requires an open heart. That requires at least the willingness to open your heart, right? So it's not that, Tiffany, I love what you're saying, like not being able to express emotions. Yes, like you have to be willing to open up about how that feels. So the EBCs definitely require a level of reflection and willingness to reflect. If you are not gaining the results that you want from your EBCs, 9 times out of 10, it's because you're having resistance to reflection, resistance to see yourself, resistance to go deeper, or even another one that hinders some of my clients in the past has been negative self-talk. Like, it definitely takes time and practice, most importantly, practice, to change your inner dialogue. It took me years to change a negative inner dialogue. And sometimes I still catch myself saying something that is not resonant with my happiest and healthiest self. And I retract it and I say, shifting that immediately. Shifting that immediately. Shifting that. So, like, it takes practice to do that. And if you're not willing to apply the things that we are addressing in these sessions, you're not my ideal client. You're not going to get what you want from the EBC. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are more ready than others, and that is okay. If you're ready for change, if you're ready to address the things that are underlying in your body and shifting the way that you feel and think about yourself, I'm ready for you, right? Tiffany says, staying in the spot of thinking, no, this isn't resonating for me, only because they don't want to hear it. Yes, I'm not judging you. If you admit that you have a problem, I'm not judging you. I do not care. I don't care if you admit on the spot that you have murdered somebody. This might as well be the chapel and I'm the Pope. Okay. Hey, Jamila. I might as well be the Pope, because nothing you say is, I'm not calling anybody up and saying, hey, did you know they molested so and so? I am not judging you. I am not judging you, but if you have judgment for yourself, you think other people are judging you, and you may not be ready for the open space that I'm going to provide to you. That's not my ideal client. My ideal client is going to be willing to, you're going to get the most from your EBC when you recognize that this is a judgment-free space. And of course, I'm holding the space. So if you're ready to address judgment, come see me. I'm not by any means turning you down by saying, oh, I think you're going to judge me. I have clients who think that, until they recognize that that's just not the energy that I'm coming with, right? So we're not here to judge. We're here to address and heal. And when you address the issue, some of that is sticky, it's muddy, it's nasty, it's ugly, it feels gross sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay. It does not make you less of a person. It does not make you less than a divine being. I do not judge you or view you in any other way than divine. And so you are safe here to feel and to be. And sometimes people have a lot of resistance to that. Or even though they may realize I'm not judging them, they might still have that judgment for themselves and battle with that. And that judgment is causing stagnation in the cells to create movement. Because when you are focused on a judgment, you are basically saying, this is me and there's no changing that, and I must be condemned before I can change. If you are all about punishing yourself, the EBC is not for you, baby. Like, you may not want to get it. If you want to continue punishing yourself, the EBC may not be for you. But if you're ready to stop punishing yourself, absolutely, come on in. Come on in. That's why I said my ideal client is going to be ready for change, because we're going to address things that are sticky and are not comfortable. We're going to address emotions in the body and patterns in the mind that are causing issues in your body, and ultimately will eventually cause disease if they are infested and deep down in your body enough, right? Like people who deal with heart disease, they have a closed heart. People who deal with colon cancer, they probably have difficulty letting things go. Disease manifests in the body, especially when we hold emotions in that space that resonate with that space. So the body is always communicating with us. The body is always telling us what we need. The next type of people who probably are not ready for EBCs are the people who are not ready to change their lifestyle. I'm not saying you're not going to be forced. I'm not going to force you into anything, right? Like, I'm not going to say you better drink that juice. You better drink that fresh juice, that green juice. I'm not going to do that, because that's not me, right? Like, spirit knows that's not me. But what happens in this process is when we are removing this energy and we're creating the intentions of confidence, a healthy relationship with your body, love and acceptance in your body is going to stop accepting certain things. So that Debbie cake is not going to digest very well. Processed sugars is probably not going to digest very well while your body is healing. You're going to be called to do lighter things so that your body can process that. And emotional processing sometimes takes a very heavy toll on the body. You need more hydration. You need certain things. You need more rest. You may need certain foods. Like, I'm bulking up my body, I'm bulking up my muscles, right? If I'm bulking up my muscles, I may need to eat more, but I need to eat more of the good stuff, right? So like, I'm focusing on what is calling to my body. Is this making sense? How are y'all feeling about this? Do y'all have any questions about this? I've had a lot of questions about why do people get different results? And it's because everybody's body and vessel is different. The way people store energy in their vessel is different. And that's okay. We're not here to compare. I'm not going to compare your sessions to someone else, your progress to someone else, and you shouldn't either. That's not what the EBC is for. The EBC is not for you to say, this is what I want my body to look like. Why am I not here? No, acceptance of where you're at is going to give you momentum to progress where you want to be. So you need to accept where you are and love on it. Love on it every single stage and know that your body is changing. It's listening to you. It's listening to what you think about your body. It's listening to how you talk to your body, how you talk to yourself. That is so key. And a lot of people don't even know. They don't even know. They're just going around, kind of blind to it. And that's why I love offering this service, because it brings awareness to things that we have literally been just, well, I'm going to store this here. Like however we've just been moving in our everyday life, we can change that by addressing the things that are very subconscious actions to us. Tiffany said, I have healed emotionally so much just by having these sessions and not focusing so hard on other issues that don't serve me. Yes. Sometimes we make a big deal out of things in our mind that don't even matter. It don't even matter. But when we focus on the things that it's coming up, it's surfacing, it's time for us to heal those things, it makes a world of difference. You may not be able to change something that you're thinking about right now, but maybe if you steer your focus towards something that you are able to change, that you are able to confront, that you are able to address, that makes a world of difference of how you feel in your personal power. It helps you to get it in your mind that you are in control of what you think about, what you put your energy into. You reclaim your power when you focus on the things that you can change, which is how we store things in our body. And that requires us to process emotions and to become aware of ourselves. The EBC is a mindfully triggering service. And it will trigger you to be more mindful. It will trigger you to address things that I've seen some people revert back to old habits and be like, whoa, okay, I'm seeing all the things that you said in our sessions. And I'm like, okay, now what are you going to do about it? If that's okay. No problem with reverting backwards, because you're not actually going backwards. You're just revisiting something that you need to see, right? So if you can't think of like, oh, I'm not a binge eater, but then you having an emotional event and then you start seeing like, whoa, I am binge eating. What are you going to do about that? You're going to create some discipline. You're going to change the way you're processing your emotions. You might pick up a new hobby or a new habit that allows you to express. You're going to sit there and stop doing the coping mechanism that you're using to escape, and you're going to start addressing it. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to be a support. I have to tell my clients all the time, please lean into me as your support if needed. I'm not saying call me every day and be like, Zane, I need some, some, but what I am saying is that if you need me or you need some support, you need some community. Nothing is wrong with community. Nothing is wrong with community. Support is not like something that you opt into, that you consent to in this EBC, is that you are cultivating a partnership, because doing it alone is possible, but it's not always easy. And when you have resources, why not use them? I am happy to be a resource when I can. If I don't have the energy to extend to you, I'll let you know. I'm very open about that. You need to trust that I have boundaries. As someone who offers this service, that offers many energy healing services, I have boundaries. Y'all will know them. Okay? If I have a problem with something, you will know. I communicate in the most loving and respectful way. So you don't have to worry about me. Come to me and ask me. Come to me and talk to me, right? And that's how we can deal with this together. And I may not have much to give you other than some comfort and some support. Like, hey, you're doing a great job. I know you're feeling like you're going backwards, but trust me, you may just need to see something to revisit this emotion that we've purged so that you can deal with it in a healthier way. Sometimes breaking patterns requires you to do the action differently, to cope differently, to move differently. And sometimes some people need physical representations of that. And that's okay. Nothing is wrong with that. My clients are here for the change. They are here to address things that have been stuck in their body. And they are here to, number one, get a better relationship with themselves. Those are my clients. If you're here to look like the next supermodel and you just want to be vain and you don't really care about accepting your body, you're not the client for me. And that's okay. I still love you anyway. We're just not paired, right? mm. Thank you for this comment, Tiffany, because there's so many people who have questions about EBC and don't really know how it's going to benefit them. And a lot of people just don't recognize that, hey, I might get lipo, but are you changing the habits in which occurred for you to store that energy in the first place? Because a lot of people want quick results and they don't want to do the actual work to heal what is the cause of that issue. Tell them, come talk to me. Thank you. Thank you. And it's truly like one of those things that's like, I love a good review too. Me too. I do too. It's a lot of people who just are afraid. They're just afraid. But I do have amazing clients who are in the EBC who do the work, like yourself, Tiffany. And it's amazing to see the progress and the results that take place when people are actually mentally prepared to just address it and be present with it. It's truly miraculous what comes next. And it's the shape shifting of their body that they envisioned. Truly, truly. But yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Did y'all have any questions? Let me know. If you don't want to put it in the comments, that's fine. Come talk to me in my inbox. I am all for a good privacy statement. I am all for it. But I speak that y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. That whenever this video reaches you, just know that it's in divine alignment. It's timeless. I love you all. The divine loves you. Share your sacred light with the people that you meet today. And even if you just meet yourself, share your sacred light with yourself. I will talk to y'all next time. Come see me in the inbox if needed. And y'all have a good weekend.